Hello, so really quick before I begin, if you could and would like to go to my post tab on my YouTube channel and vote in my most recent poll, that would really help me out in the decision that I am trying to make for this series. But obviously only if you want to. Anyways, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, guess what? We're finally making it to the inside of the building. Which means what I get to do is pick a classroom or a room or whatever and make it look exactly like it's supposed to. Wouldn't it be cool if I started from the top and worked my way all the way down, and then the last thing that we did is the entrance to the school, and then that will be kind of like the final point right before it's completely finished. So I have decided that I want to start with the Werewolf Club, which is the classroom right behind me. It holds Werewolf Club and I think just like regular werewolf class as well in the roleplay. So this is the one I want to start with because it's such a staple that I figured I kind of have to. And I'm actually going to be using Chisels and Bits for most of this, I imagine. So I actually have it pulled up right here. This is what I want to start with first. And it's obviously all Chisels and Bits mod, even down to the blinds and the plugins. So yeah, let's just start with the chalkboard first of all. And it's going to be extremely hard to tell how many bits, which is these individual little tiny rows here, how many bits it is from right here to right here. So obviously this is going to be more of an eyeball situation than an accuracy, but it does look like it's probably even from this right here to this right here. So we're just going to start with that. So we will type in black wolf and it'll give us this little bit. It's been a minute since I've used this, so I believe I press command, or is it option, and then I do draw region. And then, oh, you know what we could start with? The doors. That would probably be a good idea. I'm imagining they're just gonna be like this. Yeah. 7, 8, 9. 7, 8, 9. So then it'll start like that. No, it kind of does look a little bit closer than that. So I'll just add 2 here and then add 2. Oops. Over there. Perfect. Okay, it likes to be glitchy sometimes because of how big this world is and how many mods I've got going on. So we'll have to work around that. Bam! Look at that. Nice. So we'll just go straight up. Bam. Perfect. There, we got a good start. So this looks like it's 3 or 2, and then this is the third one. Another row here. And then we gotta let's do the green before we do this bar at the bottom. This green, I know exactly what block that is. So there's no missing it. It is this one, I believe. Okay, and then I'll put them back in. Don't worry. Perfect. And then we have our little bar thingy at the bottom. And then I'm going to place a chalk on it. Or like a white concrete, but to see if that's about how far it sticks out. I think it sticks out too. Look at the picture. It's about up against the green, but there's a black row in front of it. So I think it just sticks out too. What if we do this instead? Yeah, now that's what we're gonna do. Okay. So the eraser is gonna be probably like a gray wool. Ooh, black terracotta. So that to me looked like it was 6 blocks high maybe. Do you think it was 1 block width or 2? 2 is definitely 2. Right there, maybe? I think this one was actually a bit closer. This one looks like 1, 2. What's going on? Are these not the same height? What's going on? So, it looks to me like the top row of this border is where, oh my gosh, I really cannot see, is where it's supposed to stick out from. No! Anyone else not be able to tell what's going on? This is just eyeballing it because what is even happening? 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. What's that really bright green? Is it really yellow stained glass? I feel like it's not. We're gonna give it a whirl. And then that bright green, I think, was lime concrete. Is that really what that is? I can't tell. That does kind of look like the color. Her shaders is different though, remember. So some of the blocks are gonna be the right one, but they're not gonna look like they're the right one. That's what that looks like. I feel like this needs to be slightly closer to this. Bam. Nice. Is that even? Looks like it. And then these blinds. Let me zoom out of this one. Hers is so much brighter and I'm slightly confused. And we can grab this. Get rid of that. And we can right click to write. Which means right click. And then you can paste it. Oh, no! Oh, no! I keep trying to undo it the wrong way. Okay, it must be placement. Yes, okay. And this seemed to have died. I don't know why that one died. We need an orange block. I know it's not that one. It's orange concrete, actually. It's the same thing I believe that I used for... Oh, wait, no, that's really bright. I can kind of see a texture in there, so I think I'm going to stick with this orange terracotta. Now, there is a really light blue of some sort hidden right underneath the sign. We're just going to start with the sign itself. Ooh, now you know what I can do? We can actually count these. So inside the sign, it's going to be 1, 2, and then this is 3, this is 4, 5, 6, 57, 58, 50-ish, 9-ish, 7, 8, 9, 10, 59. It's 15 from the side of the chalkboard on that. 15 from that side, so we're 3 off. Whew. Okay, you know what I'll do? I'll just, boom, add 1. You know, maybe it was 60. Maybe I was wrong and it was actually 60. Ooh, how tall is it though? That's something else we've got to count. So, 1, 2, 11, 12. Definitely is 12. So, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then top one. Borders. Concrete in there. That orange, that orange and that blue is just not the right color. It's not what I wanted to do. I bet it's that light blue stained glass. Yep, that looks a lot more accurate. Sweet, okay. That's much better. Only issue is that orange. I just hate that orange. It's not the right color. Wait, is it red sand? Ooh. No. It's closer though. So I'm gonna use it, but I don't think that's it right either. Dark gray concrete. It's just not quite the right color. Are y'all seeing this or am I crazy? Don't answer that. Well, it's not the stained glass, I can tell you that. These W's are certainly interesting. This is easier than I thought it'd be. Okay, that looks nice. I like that. Okay. It looks Wrong. Okay, I made this moon here. I made all this. I know that's not the right color. I'll fix it. But I also went to another clip, and I know the moon shape is correct, even though it looks a little wonky. So the orange would go here. I need to make this go down here, I guess. So I redid the sign. It's much better length now. Delete this. I believe our glass actually goes right, oops, there. There, yeah. And then we need a light gray concrete for here, here, and here. Okay, this goes there. Alright, that gray concrete is almost not the right color. I think it actually might be this cyan terracotta. Hello? Light gray stained glass. That's the one down here. Ooh. Okay, well I figured out one. Put the dark black one back in there. And then put the light stained gray glass on top. That looked like some wolf ears if I ever done seen any. Oh, this goes here. Wait, that looks more accurate now. What is going on? Oh, I think that this werewolf sign was supposed to be the cyan terracotta. I'm making the tail really quick that's on the right side of the sign, because I'm thinking maybe it might help me figure out what color everything is supposed to be. Okay, I finished that. I put the ear colors in correctly. It ended up being that darker color. I changed out this one for a lighter one. So I noticed that the tail in this angle is different. Okay, we have to do this really quick too. So we have this light gray stained glass. Oh, I'm noticing at the ears too, there's some different color going on. Inside of these, I put the white back in. And then I put dark gray stained glass over. And then for these, it's the white in the back. And then light gray stained glass goes over. Okay, perfect. Okay, now we do the moon. This one. And all of these. Boom, 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 and a boom. There. Oh, that looks so much better. We can start and go ahead and move on to this. Okay, so it's that block right there. And then there's this table that is a 3-block span away. Yes, it looks like a brown. So hers are just darker, I think, because my shaders makes everything really bright. So it's just shy, I think, of being 2 blocks tall. It only takes up part of the next block, kind of. That's the closest I can see. That's kind of bright, but it does look more like the right shade. I think we're gonna do red. Well, I know it at least goes this far. It looks about 3 blocks tall. That looks about right. Okay. And let's see. We're just eyeballing this, remember? Because there's no way I can tell the measurements here. 1, 2, 3 maybe. Yeah, I think that looks about right. The little lip thingy there. I think maybe it goes in here one. I'm feeling twice. It's so much more oblongated. See, like you see that, right? Like it looks funny. What about that? I think I'm good with that. I'm happy, more happy with that one. Added another row on here because it was too short from some other footage I found. This is almost impossible to see, so I'm just winging it. I'm pretending that the red is like a wire that's supposed to be running down. Anyway, so this is coal ore, and I believe it's what they used to make the microphone. That looks like the microphone for sure. Okay, phew, there we go. That's looking a little better. Is the cord too long? It looks beautiful. Alright, there we go. There is that podium. Yeah. So I think it's actually just one here, and then we're done. Yes, okay. Moving on. That table that's kind of right next to... wait, sorry, wrong classroom. Ha ha ha. I think it's just one whole block width, and I think it's 3 blocks wide. Like, that's the right color, but it looks like skin. And I don't like that, obviously. Bam. But it goes out slightly here by 1. It goes out by here by 1. And then here. Whoop. That's why there was a 2 block gap right here. It's because it goes out 1 and then it goes on the next row. It's gonna go out by 1 there too. So that will be the corner. And then it'll be able to still place a block against that. There's 2 rows of orange. So it's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay, there we go. Much better. That looks more realistic. Okay, there's our table. We could just move on to the picture on that wall, I guess. So say those are our shelves. So let's just eyeball this. We got like 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, look at that. Seems like it's a bit longer than that, maybe. That look about right? I think so. And we're going to make that little design that's in there. Wow. That almost looks too similar. Okay. That's all done. I need to move on. Let's move on. And we are going to start on the desks because that is something that's going to clear it up real quick. Stone, brick, concrete for that little black piece at the bottom. Because you can see it sticks out 1. So this needs to be set back by 1 on each side so that when this sticks out, you can still place blocks next to it. So each corner. And then we got straight up. Is it as tall as 1 block though? Probably, I'm gonna assume. Like that. Or is it 1 lower? I think it's 1 lower. Ooh, yeah. Okay, then these back legs here, they kind of go like up. So just for ease, I'm going to delete this whole section randomly. It does equal right on top of it. Okay. So we'll just do that. We'll do 3. 1, 2, 3. Out. And then 1, 2, 3. Ooh, it's looking so much like that little desk. It's so fun. I think it's like this. So it's slightly in one from the desk. I can see that much. Like that. But that doesn't tell me how tall it is compared to the desks. It looks like it just goes straight back, probably 5. And then we go in a bit. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. And then break this one and add it here. That looks about right. Okay, I got it figured out. This is the pattern. Right there, much better. Then just add these side pieces. So, placement. Oh, okay, no, they're actually already combined once you stick them together. Oh, sweet, okay. Oh, shoot. The chair is more than 1 block tall, so you have to do 2 pieces of paper for it. We got to place a block on top and then do replace. Okay, there we go. So going through and doing all of these. Alright, there we go. Look at that. All them chairs is done. I also noticed that on these blinds over here, there's actually a wooden piece that goes on the top, so I need to probably do that really quick. Alright, now it looks to me like there's a little handle thing that pulls down here, but hers is so much smaller. So I'm very confused as to why that's there. And until I can figure out if that's actually supposed to be there or not, I'm actually not going to add that. And this sticks out 2 blocks, and then there's a gap, and that's where the blinds start, so I had to move them all down by 1, I think, or up by 1 or something like that. Place, place, place. And then there's my second one. Okay, so for the next stuff, I'm just going to go ahead and speed through it. So if you want to build along, then you can go ahead and just slow it down. Now we have this clock over here. Since it's already on the screen, I might as well do that. Okay, that looks much better. So we have this projector thing. I'm gonna just put it kind of like in the middle of this block. I don't know what the back looks like, but I'm just gonna put that there. So I just did 4 by 4. Now I'm building it up. I'm gonna do it one more because we have to do this little thing in front. Oh, I get it. And then you break these corners. So is this 4 now? Yeah, look at that. Alright, there's that. And on the top, this goes down twice on all corners. Then we put those little like recycling signs in the middle. Okay, I had to bring it away from the wall. I could not see what I was doing. Ooh, look at that. Oh no. Oh, I think I was right. I think they weren't. I think it wasn't that far down. I think I just did all that for no reason. There we go. And we get rid of that and we copy this one. Oh, well, it was right. It was the right color for a second. And then it's gonna go right back there. So we need black concrete once again. And we need red concrete. And we'll grab some red wool just in case. Whew, that was pretty easy. Cute, I love it. Okay, so it's been a couple of days since I've done anything for this classroom. If I seem odd or quiet or tired, it's because I am feeling odd, quiet, and tired. So bear with me. Anyway, so this is what I last did, was this little bird thingy. And then this frog thingy. Okay, well my Minecraft just quit on me. For this shelf, it looks like they made them themselves out of Chisels and Bits. And then just put some blocks up there to make books. Why is the subtitles on? And then, not to zoom in on the wiener dog or anything. Sorry. And if I sound funny, it's because I have a sore on my tongue, so it's kind of hard to talk a little bit. Oh, okay, so here's one portion. Oh, there's a couple of bells in the classrooms. I wonder if there's a bell in the wolf class. I didn't see one, but I imagine that there probably would be. I can't really see this very well. Let me go back to here. This might give me a good view once she leaves. Oh, that's almost perfect. Oh, bam, that's perfect. Hopefully I don't accidentally change that. I don't know what that's supposed to be, but it's gonna get built. Now, let's go ahead and find this color of red, which is more of a dull red. So I bet it's this red terracotta and this black terracotta, and then maybe the gray concrete. So it looks like it could be stone, actually. And then it kind of looks like there's two here that stick out. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna work on the ones on the back side here. That kind of looks like it, doesn't it? It does. I think they put black stained glass over it. Bam! Look at that. Oh, that looks so much more like it, doesn't it? Oh, I just found the perfect view. Okay. So, it actually is a magenta terracotta and a purple one next to each other. So I've also got to make the other shelves. So these ones have legs that are on either side, but it's the long shelf. Okay, there's that one. I think that's the only 3 variations. I hope. I really, really hope. So we're gonna put the black stained glass on top. That looks so good. I love this. Not gonna lie, I think it looked better when there wasn't 2 different tones. What do you think? Does that section look more accurate? I think it looked more accurate before. Oh my gosh, I'm done. It's taking so long. Let me just fix it all real quick. Alrighty, so I just spent like a very long time trying to figure out how to get my shaders to look like hers, and I just cannot. I did, however, finally find a setting that made the blocks kind of lighter. So this is lighter now, and this block is lighter now, so it's getting closer. And my tongue is hurting so bad. It's getting really hard to talk. But anyway, so I finished doing this. I decided I did not want to do the 2-tone colors because I can't get my shaders to look the same as hers. So I just did it to make it look as accurate as possible, even though it's not technically correct. And then I kept the blue, the light blue, only on the side. That's what it looks like in hers. And then I put the front layer dark so you can't see the 2-tone on the front. And now all the colors look identical to that. So I'm happy with that. Oh, it's hard to see, but this orange block here also isn't quite as vibrant now. I did change the settings, so this picture looks like it's a lot lower than it's supposed to be. So I decided I wanted to make this more accurate, and I didn't care before, but now I care. So this is actually 7 blocks wide, which means that it's actually slightly off-center, but you can barely tell. That looks much better. Except that it's off-centered, but it's whatever. Now what I can do is go ahead. I made a chest for all of the bookshelves, so I already copied the books also. So we want the one that starts with the blue. It's just these two. There, that one is good. So can I put that slab back, or is it going to be a pain in my slab? It's going to be a pain in my slab. It's okay, we can just chisel the slab in. Bam. Nice. Okay, this one goes purple, green, purple. Where's a purple, green, purple? Alright, okay, are you going to work with me, or what do you... Oh, it is that one. Okay, and that's the one that goes here too. You can shift click it outside of the parameters. I did not know that. This is the best day of my life. Okay, and then there's that one right there. So this one here I'm doing is this section right here. And it's the same thing that's right here as well. And to me, it looks like the pink is actually sticking out one. No, two. And then the green is sticking out one. But the thing is, it's like longer than that. So I think there might be a gap. That was so much more work than I wanted that to be. Okay, it's the next day in my time. See that bird right there? That's the bird up here. I found, as you can see off to the left side of the screen, this bird from this angle, and I was able to build it. Okay, well, it's actually too far forwards a little bit, so I'm going to shift and back it up by 2, I think. Okay. Yeah. Alright, now I also did this little change. I put red wool as the base of the fire extinguisher, and then I put stained glass over that so it would become brighter. These shelves over here are the same order as here, they're just reversed. So if we meander on over here, bam, bam. Oh no, did I make the handle stick out too far? Alright, there we go. I just moved each thing back by 1. And this one, yes. There's only a 1 gap here though. So this would be correct. So all I gotta do over here is break this one and place this one down. That was easy. So how did they get their row to line up with this one? Interesting shelf there. That is not possible with Chisels and Bits. So that means they must have made them themselves, because it's got the same texture. Or there is a mod that has those shelves and I just haven't been able to find it. Also, it kind of looks like stone was used for these handles. And I'm wondering, what if I can move all of these desks up? Now, hey, look at that. It worked, except it didn't do the tops of the chairs. Shelves, or the like cabinets here, are actually made out of a spruce block. So that was pretty easy to fix. Okay. Oh, so the 1, 2, and it's in the 3rd row. There, I think it's supposed to be like that. Yeah. There we go, that makes more sense. Nice. Oh yeah, my plugin. I think there's 4 here. It literally looks just like that. That is crazy. Now what I've been really wanting to do is the sign out here. Maybe like that. We're gonna find out when I put the letters, oh my gosh, my tongue. Letters in. Oh, that's beautiful. Now, I think the only last thing that I need to do is this, like, is this a book and quill kind of thing going on? I'm not sure that I can make that. That looks like they made that themselves, maybe. But the Decocraft does have a book and quill. Should I do that instead? Or should I try to make it look like theirs? Okay, well, there's my quill. There we go. That's what that looks like. Break that and we can place this desk and place... Oh yeah, I forgot it doesn't like to... Oh, okay, there we go. Oh, cool, nice. That worked out easier than I thought. Oh, I can see right here now. There's 2 brown spots in the front as well. And there is like a book in the back in one of the videos, like right here, but I think that's part of a prop hunt, and I'm not going to do the stuff that are there for prop hunt because I can't make that with Chisels and Bits. Oh, I can make it, but it won't be that accurate because it's like completely round. I may go back in and add it at some point in time, I don't know. But I think I just will keep it as is for the regular hide and seek video. But the last thing I'm going to do is the lockers on the front because that's still part of this classroom. So it looks like I made these wrong before. I must have copied what the floor below had, which does not mean that it's going to be the same above ground. And then it looks like these go here. As you can see, there's a bunch of lockers in front of that, but that's because they blocked off the stairway for the game because this isn't there. This is the floor, so there would be no way to get up here. So there's not any lockers here, but I believe there are all those on the other side right there. Now we can do this. So I gotta find these colors, which you know I dread doing because it's hard. I think we're gonna do the cyan terracotta, but we need something green, kind of, but dark to put outside of that. See, I just don't see anything that is this darker green color. Ooh, that's really close to that color right there. I played around with it for a little bit and it's just not sitting right with me. I want to use the block that she used. I don't want to have to try to make my own color. So this is going to be the end of the episode. I'm going to go through off camera and figure out what to do about that. But for the classroom 303, which is the werewolf class, it is finally finished. The first classroom ever that I've ever done, and it took a lot longer than I thought it was going to take. But yeah, this is the classroom. So that is it for this episode, and I will see you next time when I do the next classroom, which is right behind me.